Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Weinstein. A familiar face will be back behind the bench for the Binghamton Senators, and fans can only hope a second time around will be as successful as the first. Jeremy Donovan has more on the B-Sens' new coach. Jeremy.
That's right, Jason. When Luke Richardson and the Senators organization parted ways, Binghamton hockey fans lost arguably one of the most beloved coaches in team history. The only person liked more than Richardson, perhaps Kurt Kleinendorst, who will return to the B-Sens for the 2016-17 season. Coach K brought the Calder Cup to the B-Sens and the city of Binghamton for the first time and only time ever in 2011, and then departed at the end of the 2011-12 season. He's happy to be back and says that leaving is his biggest professional regret.
You know, if I could turn the clock back, there's no question that I would handle things differently. And I just really do mean what I say when I talk about Ottawa, the Senators, Binghamton, and what this job is all about, because I embrace it. I absolutely embrace what my responsibilities are.
Jason, Coach K's first season, as I mentioned, brought a Calder Cup to Binghamton, but his second ended with the B-Sens last in the AHL. We'll hear more from him and Team Vice President Tom Mitchell later on in sports.
Thank you, Jeremy.
When remembering Kurt Kleinendorst's time in Binghamton, people often remember his first year rather than his second and final season, and rightfully so. The first ended in a Calder Cup, the second a last-place finish in the AHL. But today, Coach K gets another chance to lead the B-Sens to a championship. The Ottawa Senators announced a 2-year deal with Kleinendorst to return to Binghamton to replace Luke Richardson, who left after serving as head coach for the 4 years since Coach K left. The B-Sens front office is excited to have him back, and he's excited to be back.
There's not much about Ottawa that I don't appreciate, really. You can talk about the city, you can talk about the organization, and we can take that right down into Binghamton as well. I think it's one of the more underrated areas, and, you know, the 2 years that I was there prior, I really enjoyed it, and I had an opportunity to meet some good people, and I'm excited to head back there.
He mentioned to me once that if he had to coach in the American Hockey League one more time or again, he would rather it be Binghamton than anywhere else. And little did we know then, that was several months ago, but little did we know then that that was going to materialize. But we're excited about it. We had success here with Kurt.
Coach K spent last season coaching in Germany after a stint prior with the Iowa Wild. The B-Sens home opener is set for October 15th. For the second straight season, the New York Mets have acquired utility man Kelly Johnson from the Atlanta Braves. Last season, it was B-Mets Rob Whalen and John Gant that was sent from the Mets to Atlanta. This year, it's closer Akil Morris. Morris recorded his 6th save last night and 3rd in as many days. Johnson is hitting .215 with 1 homer and 10 RBI with Atlanta. Meanwhile, TJ Rivera is stuck in Las Vegas, hitting .359 and can play as many or more positions than Johnson, but that's none of my business. That's it for sports. We'll be back right after this.